All right, this should be a pretty short, quick video, hopefully. This is a 2012 Dodge Ram 2500 with a 6.7. I have some other videos on this, 2 or 3 part videos where it was CAN C-Bus or CAN high-speed bus that was having issues. And what ended up being, the first time we looked at it, was the connector at the ECM down there. There's a band clamp, a steel band clamp that was shorting everything to ground on the scope. But right now we're good. Again, the review, you got 2.5 bias voltage going to CAN high to 3.5, CAN low 2.5 bias voltage going to 1.5 mirror image. That's a good bus waveform. And what else I got going on here? So I got a MicroPod 2 hooked up with YTech 1, and you can see all these modules are blue. Well, except those because they're not on the bus. Or there's codes in there. I mean, there's actually codes in there, not on the bus. This is not on the bus. This one and that one, because this truck doesn't have it. These two codes, these two modules have codes in them. So if they're blue, it means they're good. So you can see there's no codes. Anyways, what I'm going to do here is we're going to wiggle the harness, and I probably won't catch it on video now. But long story short, I wiggled the harness down at the engine again. I got nothing until I wiggled that bulkhead connector up here. I got it to do it 3 or 4 times yesterday, and it seems like it's worse when it's cold, and I haven't had it come back yet. So I'm gonna have my buddy here, Steve, hold the camera while I wiggle it. Just hold it on the scope there. And while he holds it, while he holds the camera, I'm gonna wiggle. We're probably not gonna see anything change. Wiggling pretty good. Still wiggling it. Wiggling even on the engine computer and everything. And nothing. So, like I said, that's all good there. And it did do it a couple times yesterday where we lost communication between all the modules. Now it's not doing it again. Maybe it's because I moved the harness a certain way. But also, you can see on YTech 1, we have no loss of comm. If there was codes, these change colors, depending on what happens. Well, we're good there. Now, that did do it yesterday when I had issues. So, it seems like it's worse when it's cold. So, what we're going to do now is we're going to put in a thing called Stabilant 22A. This is like 70, 80 bucks a bottle. And it's this stuff here. It's expensive, but it's made for situations like this. All right, so if you read these directions here, basically, it says, and I've heard great things about it, but we'll see how it works. It's a contact enhancer applied to the contact points of the electrical connectors. So basically, it conducts electricity and amperage when needed. You can look it up and go over all that. It's supposed to be good stuff. Like if you use dielectric grease on connectors, dielectric grease is not a conductor. It's an insulator. Well, when you're talking low voltage and low current, especially on CAN bus wires, that can become a problem. That's why this stuff comes in handy here. Basically, you can read this. I'm not going to go through it all. You can research it. I think it's made in Canada. But we're going to put it on the 2 pins for CAN high and CAN low on the ECM, the engine computer, the TIPM, and the connector there, this inline connector. And we'll go from there. Alright, so now what we're going to do is use the Stabilant 22A. So you take an applicator brush here, take a cup, put a drop on there, wet it down, go over to the connector. And where the hell did I do with my light? Oh, the camera guy's got it. Oh my god. He dropped it. There we go. He's a rookie. He gets really nervous. So we're going to go to the pins. You can do male or female. I'm going to apply it to the pins, which is 15 and 16. I'm going to brush it on. And I've never actually used this stuff, but I've heard very good things about it. And then you want to let it dry. Once it's dry, we'll put it back together. And it doesn't, so it transfers electrons, but it doesn't short out. Don't ask me how it does that, but I've heard great things about it. People rave about it for situations like this. We'll give it a shot. And I said it's like 70, 80 bucks a bottle. So we'll do all the connectors just where the CAN bus issues are at, or the CAN wires. So I'm going to do the other ones, and we'll go from there. Alrighty, we got it running again. We did all the connectors, those 3 connectors, the engine computer, the TIPM, and the inline connector, which happened to be connector 130. Everything's good so far. We're going to wiggle it one more time to make sure. Alright, I've been wiggling them real well. Everything's blue still. So we'll give that a shot. Like I said, it's the first time I use that Stabilant 22A, but I've heard great things about it. So that is it for this 2012 Dodge Ram 2500 with the 6.7 CAN C-bus issues.